back on the 66 Super 302. I don't know if it shows up in video or not, but I got you backed out the ways, so I got room to hopefully do what I want to do. Still, sort of. Oh yeah, that's heavy. That's big chunk of cast iron right there, boys. Yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim. So there it is, the head's off. Once I got, once I got that top piece off, got all the bolts, nuts and stuff loose, I was able to wiggle a little bit, tapped on the hammer a little bit, got it broke loose. And then the nice thing about these, they got these frame rails, and you can put a footy foot on this side and a footy foot on that side, and you can, if your back will allow, you can bend right over and grab right hold of that thing and lift it up off it. The hard part is the studs ain't the same length. There's not a good flat. On a U, all the studs are the same height, so you can just pick it up, turn the head a little bit, and set it back down, and they'll sit there. Man, it was a little precarious getting that thing to sit, but yeah, head is off. Yeah, so next thing I do is figure out how to separate them, and then we got to get the thermostat housing off the front head, and then I need to find out if my machine shop that used to do my head work is still in business. If not, I got another place a little further away. So those will be, I think I'm going to set those up on the other. Didn't I tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles supervise. He's like, whoa, big fella. Set that down. Anyway, we'll get that up off the floor and clean up a little better. And then, yeah. Next thing, I still haven't drained the oil. So I got to drain the oil. And then, once the oil's out, we'll get these lines loose so I can get this plate off, so I can get this plate off. I may not have to take that. Yeah, I gotta loosen those. Anyway, gotta get these lines loose. Hydraulic lines and power steering lines, I get those loose. So I get the side plate off. The side plate off, we'll get the connecting rods loose, and then we'll lift the blocks up out of there. And kind of curious. This is not going to be accurate enough, I'm sure, but just for see, well, it might be oversized, I don't know, hard to tell. If they're not now, they might be. We'll just have to see what kind of condition they're in when we get it. Once we get the blocks off, we were told that it had been bored out, but it does. If they've been bored, I don't think they've been bored much. They just, of course, there's enough carbon. I can't see if they're marked oversized or not. And measuring with a tape measure, there's not a horrible odd carbon buildup in some of them, but there's not a horrible ring. I don't know. Yeah, but that's just carbon buildup. I don't know. We'll keep tearing into it, and we'll update you on what we find. I say we were told that it had been bored over at some point, but I don't know if it's just worn out, which the lack of ring groove does not indicate. Or ring land, whatever, step at the top of board, there's just a little bit of carbon built up, but it doesn't have that, that step you can catch your thumb on, fingernail on. So I don't think there's a lot of wear. Might just not have been a very good rebuild based on the stack of washers under the one rocker stud. I did find something else, another potential reason for our water or oil leak at the back of the engine. get this thing out here where we can look at it. Here's that. You see how the head's got that groove down through the middle. Here is the bottom side of that rocker pan valley thing, and you can see how it's all one piece. This is all one piece machine flat. So when you put the gasket between this and the heads, and this seals the heads. But down here on this end, this is where we had the gasket squeezed out real bad. If you can see that or not. That thing is cracked. It's cracked. Big crack. Big crack. You can't tell because the gasket's still in there. Where'd my scraper go? Hey, scraper. No scraper. All right, I know where there's a scraper. Carry it in my pocket. You can actually, as I'm scraping the gasket off, my knife is catching on the crack. And that piece is cracked all the way through, broken. So I'll be checking with my favorite parts suppliers and see if we can get another one of those. Yeah, a lot of oddness in the way bolts and nuts and stuff are tightened up, and that's cracked. So obviously, to reuse that, we'll have to be able to reuse that. We would have to clamp it down, braze it up, weld it up, probably braze it up, remachine both the surface against the table and the bolting surface. It's going to be easier just to find another one, I think. So anyway, I'm going to get the head up there where that's at. I'll put that back away and see about getting the head separated. And it's down here. I mean, film where you're looking, for crying out loud. See when we get the head separated, and then yeah, we will go from there. But I think that's probably about it for me tonight. So I'm gonna get those up and whatever. We'll come back later with more updates. Probably tomorrow, maybe. No, I've got something going on tomorrow. Maybe Wednesday. It's supposed to be a real nice Wednesday. Maybe we'll come back out. Totally unrelated note. I did find a manual on eBay for that thing, and there's a couple sellers that got a lot of parts. So I'm hoping maybe I can reach out to them and say, this is what I got. I think I need these parts. Do you have them? And I don't know. I'm not going to spend a lot of money on it until I'm sure that I can get enough parts to fix it. But yeah, still IH Tom Thumb, 1 horsepower, air cooled, hit and miss. But that's where we're at on the 302 Super. Heads are off. Cylinders don't look bad. They're smooth. I don't see any cross-checking left, but there's not a huge ridge. So we will continue to move forward, and maybe by the end of the week we'll kind of know where we're at, where we're going, what we're going to do. Yeah, have to see how much wear there is in the cylinders. Yeah. Anyway, that's where we're at. I'll be back.